straight into imagine borrowing 5,000 naira. And by the next day, your pastor, your boss, your driver, your friends, your cousin, your village chief, even the Igwe they are receiving messages that, hey, this guy is a ritualist, or he's a fraudster. Don't do business with him. My guys, that is what Nigerians have had to go through from loan apps all over the place. I've had friends that have been, their reputation has been destroyed by these loan apps. It's been a case. And tonight, we will uncover the truth behind this digital loan sharks. We're going to discuss the truth. And whenever you're watching this is going to be informative. If you didn't join us live, you're going to be blessed amazingly by the information. You will know your rights. You'll know what is right, what is wrong. You'll know what you can stand on. But clearly, you know in this life tonight that no more do these digital sharks need to pull you down or drag your reputation in the mud. So let's get right straight into it. I'm going to share some shocking examples of loan app messages. That's what we're going to start with. Some messages that people have received. I mean, someone borrows 10,000 naira yesterday, and tomorrow is the entire phone contact. The entire phone contact has been told that is a scammer that scams people, that's always scamming people. That's not fair. And I'm not just imagining this. These are things that people I know have had to go through. I've received such messages about people I know saying that they are ritualists, run away from them, they are scammers, stuff like that. That's what many Nigerians live with now because they took loan as small as 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira is just about $3. As little as 5,000 naira. And tonight we're showing all the receipts. We're showing all the receipts. We're showing the real messages, the real news, and the real hurt of people. We're going to look at some people that have been hurt. They've gone into depression because of these loan sharks. Let's first take a look at Punch. There was a time in Punch Nigeria published. It was a publication that was titled "Cash-Strapped Nigerians Turn to Loan Apps. They Face Harassment, Blackmail, and Data Breaches." And it's such an interesting read, and I'm just going to read part of it. I'm going to read part of it for us now that, cash-strapped Nigerians and what they are going to in the hands of these loan sharks. Now, this is an experience of a Miriam Ogundairo. Miriam Ogundairo turned to a loan app, downloading it and registering her phone number. The money was, it says the money was quickly sent over, but came with a 21.6% interest rate due in 2 weeks. 21.6% due in just 2 weeks. Like many Nigerians battered by inflation, Ogundairo was too broke to pay back. She was too broke to pay back what she owed. Then came a deluge of harassment, a tactic that has become the hallmark of many loan apps in Africa's fourth largest economy. Now, this was what they did to her. Let's see what they did to her right after that. She said they started calling my phone contacts when I couldn't pay back on time, saying I owed them. I lost my security and it makes me so sad. Ogundairo told told Punch right there. And then it said, such loan apps in Nigeria. Let's go to another experience. Let's go. We can't read the whole publication. Let me just share one more person's experience, then I get back to you here. This guy said, a friend recommended it because I needed a quick fix. I said, after spending more than 300,000 conducting laboratory investigation on, I think he needed to do some tests and stuff like that. So it took out 70,000 naira when it was a final year student in 2023. It was meant to pay back about 110,000 naira within a month, but was too broke. The loan app began sending messages to his phone contacts that he was a ritualist killer. Ritualist killer because of 70,000 naira. Wait, what I need to understand is, okay, if you send that message to the contact and then the guy pays back the whole money, do they now send another message back and saying, oh, we are just a loan company, we're just trying to scare him to pay, he's not a ritualist killer? I mean, how dare you send a message to someone because he borrowed 70,000 naira to pay 110,000 naira and you said he's a ritualist killer? He's not just a ritualist. That his own ritualist is not just that he kills people. These guys should be taken to court. They should be sued for crying out loud. They should be sued for crying out loud. let's get back to the gist for tonight. And I want to know, have you had such experience? I want to know, I want to read from you. Have you had, I understand that the Bible says that even when the disciples wanted to follow Jesus, so let's look at it from that angle. He told them that who wants to build a house will not sit down first and count the cost. So really, I think anyone that wants to borrow money should count the cost. You should know the implication. But this one is too extreme. This is not in any way supporting borrowing and not, returning the money you borrowed, but calling someone a ritualist killer, sending messages to their pastors. I mean, I want to hear from you in the live. It's just going to be very interactive tonight, and I'm going to share some facts with you guys that will let you know your rights and know that, okay, this is not acceptable in the society. It's not something that the government or the society see permit. All right, so we're going to share all that. Miriam said, I lost my security and it makes me so sad. He said they sent messages labeling defaulters as criminals or even announcing them as dead. Oh my goodness. Have you experienced this? I want to know. Have you heard about this before? Do you know about it? I want to know. Type in the live chat. I've heard about it. I've never heard about it before. They send messages to people labeling them, to friends and family, labeling them as dead. Is that not a threat to life? He said, messages labeling defaulters as criminals or even announcing them dead has been sent to relatives, friends, and employers. This was from Premium Times Nigeria. We have statistics here that says the FCCPC has received over 11,000 complaints from Nigerians over harassment, data abuse from loan apps between 2021 and 2023. I mean, this was what led to. So in case you don't know, there's a law right now in 2025 that is on your side. The borrower, this law is on your side. You need to pay attention now. It's called the FCCPC Digital Lending Regulations 2025. It was issued to curb abusive practices by these loan sharks. So you need to write that down now. So in case you're someone that patronizes all these loan apps, so you can know your rights. It's called the FCCPC's Digital Lending Regulations of 2025. And there's a fine now for any loan shark that is doing that, that is not playing by the rules. Any erring digital lender it can get fined up to 100 million naira according to that law. So it's a beautiful one. It's a win one. According to that law, anyone, all these Lapo, Lapa, Lika, Suka, that are not operating by these guidelines. So if you are someone that, you at times you need to get some money fast to make some money quickly and you need to patronize these loan apps, now you need to go study this law. It's called the Digital Lending Regulations 2025. So the government is kind of working in that area. You need to go look at that law and know how it supports you and how it stands for you. And there's a fine. Remember, there's a fine now for any erring digital lender. So the government just passed the new rules to fight all this loan app harassment. People get depressed. Did you know about this new rule? If you're just hearing it from me here, can you just drop a thank you right there in the live chat? Let me know. If you're just hearing about it, let me know. I'm just hearing about this. It's great news, Rashid. Or no, I've never heard about it. Let me know, let me know, let me know. So now, which part of all this harassment I've mentioned bothers you the most? Is it the shaming publicly? At times they visit people in their offices, visit them in their place of work and shame them publicly, or the threats to their families. They threaten families. Oh man, I got one for about a friend. Very responsible man, very responsible by every standard. Said this social person, they called his name, they put his picture in that WhatsApp message. His picture was there. The picture on his WhatsApp profile, I think, was right there. They now said this person is a fraudster that has been defrauding people for a very long time. We are looking for him, and when we catch him, he will face the full wrath of law. Immediately I saw it, I was like, first of all, I replied their WhatsApp message and I said, I know this person and he's not who you say he is. They now said, he borrowed money, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, so he borrowed money, you're now labeling him a fraudster. So when he pays your money back, are you going to send me a message and saying you are wrong? I know that was a mistake, it was just a threat, or it's just going to be let bygones be bygones. Then the lady or whoever was stopped responding to me. So I chatted up the guy. that they sent his picture to me. I said, that hey, it was a phone call. I called him. Immediately I called him. He said, "Oh, I know why you are calling. They reached you, Abi." That means they had reached enough people that had called him. Immediately I called the guy and I said, "Hey, I got him." He said, "Oh, the loan people reached you to Abi. I'm away. I'm away. I'm working on paying their money today." Who does that? It's a terrible one. And I'm really glad about these digital lending regulations 2025. Put it in the chat, write it down. Don't forget that is a law that is protecting Nigerians now from the loan sharks, from the digital loan apps, and it's called the Digital Lending Regulations of 2025. So, which part bothers you the most out of all these harassments? Which one? The public shaming, the threats to family, or the false criminal labeling? The false criminal labeling. One call label and anyhow, and he's a fraudster. This guy is a Yahoo boy. They'll just look for she's a runs girl. They'll look for something criminal to label people you have their contact. You can't see any wrong dealings in their contacts. You can't you have their information. You know where they work. Faulted on the time of payment. It's not like they're not paying at all. And knowing that your interest rates are ridiculous, outrageous. Look at the lady that said 21.9% interest rate that you're supposed to return 21.9% in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Outrageous rates. No consideration, no human connect. Well, I can't tell people not to patronize these guys, but personally, thank you, Jesus. That's what I would just say. I would not advise anyone that will listen to me to patronize them anyway. But I understand that there are some businesses that people are sure about. Maybe you're sure that if you put 1 million in here, you're going to get about 5 million in about 2 weeks. I understand that there are businesses like that. But at times they go south, which is where the issue is. At times they go south. So someone that wants to do a business like that is always good that okay, you also have some back end money that okay, some people you can fall back to, people you could call and say, okay, well, let me hold this for now till I pay you back, instead of my interest rates increasing with the bank. People that can understand that okay, you're going to pay, but at least if you borrow me, I don't have to pay interest. So can you help out? You need to have such plan B. You need to have such plan B to avoid all this. Let me read some of their text messages to you guys. Let me read some of them to you. This is one here. He says, in a second, he says, you owe 20,000 naira. If you don't pay, we will call your relatives and tell them you are a fraud. Another one says, you have been added to our blacklist. We will send your personal photos to all your contacts. Look at this one. This one is a classic. It says, you are a criminal and we have reported you to the police. Your family will hear about this. While they are saying your family will hear about this, the family have gotten enough messages already. That's how terrible these loan sharks are. That's how terrible they are. These apps. Wow. This one says, if you don't pay now, this is one of their messages to borrowers. They say, if you don't pay now, we will publish your nude photos online. Can they dare do that? Isn't that against the law? Isn't that against the law? Threats on one side, criminal labeling on one side, photo exposure on one side, public shaming on another side. So let me know, you guys, which of these messages terrify you the most? Which one, if you've ever been a victim of a loan app, which of these messages? Because you need to stay on. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to share so many information with you that would definitely be useful to you in your future endeavors, in your businesses, ideas how we can avoid having to go to these loan sharks and still be able to get money, emergency funds and all that. I'm going to share all that in this video tonight, on whenever you're watching it after this live also. So he said, I want to know which message terrifies you the most. The one that said threat to family. I said they will reach your family. The one that labeled you as a criminal, that you're a ritualist and all that. The one that says they will send nude photo. Where would they see nude photo? Well, maybe some people keep that in their phone. Why would you even take it of yourself? I don't know. Then, or maybe they have satellites that drones or something. Then public shaming. I mean, if you are here and you've been a victim of these loan apps, you borrow from them. Can you please share any threat in the chat? Can you share any of the threat you've ever received, or maybe that someone that you know, a threat that was sent about someone that you know? Maybe so they sent it at this person, like I shared about my friend that they said he's a fraudster and he's been defrauding people since the day he was born. I know. So if you've had such experiences with them or someone you know, or they've sent such messages to you, please, as we go on, and I'm going to share with you how you can avoid these loan sharks and still be able to get emergency funds when you need it. Can you please share? I'll read it out loud. I'll call your name out. We'll just hype you out here and celebrate you as one of our top fans. Can you please share with me? If you any, just type with us here. Let's share with the house. Let people. Let's just all learn and see any form of message you've gotten, or someone they've sent to you about someone that took money from them. Just public shaming him or labeling the person, him or her, as a criminal. Let's read in the chat. That would be nice to read in the chat. My name is Rashid. If you're just joining, welcome to State TV. And we are fam here. The State Dem fam. I appreciate every one of you. Yeah, putting you out there on the stage, and just giving everyone the platform, a voice here to just air their opinion about issues that are very important here in Nigeria and all over the world. If you're just joining us, I've shared earlier a very important information that there's a new law that protects you as a consumer from these loan sharks, and is the Digital Lending Regulations of 2025. The FCCPC's Digital Lending Regulations of 2025. It protects you. It curbs their abusive practices, and they could be fined. All of them, each every one of them can be fined up to 100 million on when they err from that law. It's a law that has been passed, new rules to fight all this harassment. So if you or someone has ever been a victim, or someone is finds it useful to make use of this loan apps and loan sharks, they should go over and study that law so they can know their rights. Yeah, that's that about that. So now, quickly, I'm going to share some hidden truths about loan apps, some hidden truths about all these loan apps. Number one, so pay attention. The number one hidden truth about the loan apps is that most of them are not registered. They are unregistered. Yes, they are unregistered, or they've been banned. But you know what they keep doing? They keep rebranding. They keep rebranding and changing their names. So most of them are unregistered or they've been banned, but they keep rebranding and changing their names. Number two about them is that they get your contacts from your phone permissions. From when you are installing your app, there are some things you're going to say yes to, no, this and all that. So they make some of these permissions compulsory, and that's where they're able to hack in and get your contact, and they use it to blackmail you. So just like in the case of my friend, I still have the message in my phone. How can you be calling someone that serves God, someone that is diligent in his ways, and you're not saying he's a fraudster? Someone I know what he's been doing for before. I've known him for like 5 years or more, and I know what he's been doing. I say he's a fraudster. So they get your contact from your phone. That's number two about them. I'm sharing with you now hidden truths about loan apps in Nigeria. They get your contacts from your phone permissions and use it to blackmail you. The third thing is that the FCCPC, which I told you that they have a law now against these loan apps, a law that protects you as a consumer. That's the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. They've already shut down over 180 illegal loan apps, but they keep returning with new names. That's the third thing. They keep returning with new names. They keep rebranding. FCCPC keeps shutting them and they keep returning with new names. Then number four that you need to know, number four hidden truth about them is that these apps, they use shame tactics instead of legal recovery. They won't bring police. They won't take you to court. They use shame tactics. Why? Because most of them are not registered. They're outside regulation. So they can't go to the police. They can't go to court. They are not registered. So they use shame tactics to get their money back. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you based on what you've heard now. Do you think these apps should be completely banned? Do you think they should be completely banned? Do you think they should be allowed to keep operating? Do you think they should be banned totally from Nigeria? So I want to hear in the chat. Yes, ban them forever. No, just regulate them. Let's know what you think. Let's know what you think. Let's know what you think. It said here in Punch that someone nearly lost their marriage because of loan app harassment. I mean, calling people fraudster to their family. This woman said they nearly lost her marriage because of loan harassment. I mean, let me know. Let me know. Sheun, Shola, everyone, Winnie, everyone on the call, on the live right now, and then watching it later, please drop a comment. Have you, what's the most extreme instance of loan app harassment and the effect, the cause and effect that you've witnessed? That, okay, they harassed this person and this person almost took her life. They harassed this person and this person left her marriage. They harassed this person and this person fell into depression or got suicidal. What's the worst cause and effect that you've ever experienced, that you were part of, or you saw someone have to go through because of the harassment of these loan apps? Please let me read in the chat. I want to hear from you in the chat. I want to hear from you in the chat. Now, if someone borrows money and can't pay back, do they deserve this kind of harassment? Do they? Do they? Do they deserve this kind of wickedness? Like, I keep making reference to my friend's instance, calling a reputable man, married man, great guy, calling him a fraudster, that he has been defrauding people all over the place. And then I called the guy and he's telling me, "Oh, you already knew." He said, "The loan guy is right." It was so sad. It was so sad. So like, I know it's all. Do they deserve this kind of wickedness because they borrowed money from you and they defaulted? Not that they don't want to pay, that they just defaulted. Maybe the time they were supposed to pay in 2 weeks, now it's the third week. Do they deserve this kind of harassment? Now that you know it's not legal anyway, now that I've told you that there's a law that protects you, the FCCPC law on this, that you should go check it, Google it. It was a law that was brought in 2025. You should go check it out. Go Google it. Go check it out. I'm not gonna read the whole law here, but it's right there for you. Guys, right there for you. I'm gonna say it again. It's the FCCPC Digital Lending Regulations 2025. I'm gonna put it in the description later in this video so you can go to it and you can study it. It protects you. It curbs their abusive practices. The FCCPC, Digital Lending Regulations 2025. It curbs their excesses and gets them to pay a fine of up to 100 million naira just to curb them, you know, just to curb them. Yeah. So let me know, guys. Let me know, guys. You need to recover your money as an app. What is the best way you will go about it? Let me know from you guys. Let me hear from you guys. If harassment is wrong, we're saying harassment is wrong. Harassment is wrong. I mean, the only way I met this guy or these hundreds of people is through them downloading my app, and I lend money, and now they are defaulting. Now I have, out of 1,000 people that have lent money, 900 have defaulted, and harassment has been said to be wrong. What is the way forward? What is the way forward? I want us to talk about it. What's the way forward? How should this app get their money back? What if harassment is wrong? If threat is wrong? If digging into their contacts and sending messages to their contacts is wrong? So, would you advise anyone? Can you advise what you think is the best way to get their funds back, especially in a country where people borrow and they don't want to pay back? People borrow and then you become their worst enemy, even when you borrow their money personally. Yeah, I've had such experiences. You borrow someone money and then it's time to pay, they start avoiding you. I mean, borrowing strains friendship in Nigeria. Yeah, someone that has been fantastic, amazing friend, fantastic. The moment borrowing of money enters, they just change. To return the money just become a headache. So yeah, people could be very difficult in this nation. Yeah, so if we're saying that this method is not the way to go, even though it's working for them, I'm sure it's working for them. Yeah, I'm playing the devil's advocate there. It's working for them. Yeah, yeah, it's working for them. No, yeah. Hmm. Should we go? Should we not go? Hmm. I'm playing the Lord's advocate, not the devil's advocate. I'm playing the Lord's advocate there. So if harassment is wrong, how would they be able to, knowing this background I've shared now about how Nigerians can be, the personal experiences I've had, So my pastor will say something. Any money that for Nigerians, that any money you can let go of to a friend or to family, don't borrow it. In fact, one of the things he does is that he does not borrow you, he gives you. He gives you what he can. And it works. It works. So you're not expecting anything in return, especially for close people, because people could be finding it difficult to return what they borrow. When they are borrowing it, their mouth is sweet. Have you ever had such an encounter? Please share with me. That someone borrowed money from you and then to return it, they just become your worst enemy. When you ask for the money that was borrowed, it wasn't dash. It wasn't dash. Okay, it's a different case if you want to, because it's a different case if you want to refund and the person says, "Hey, don't worry." I've had that kind of experience before. A friend invested in my business, and when it was time to start paying back, he was like, "Oh no, no, no! This is me just showing love and supporting what you're doing here," which is different. But you just refusing or just boning them, avoiding them, messing up the friendship because you don't want to return the funds. So now this is now a business. The loan apps are now is a business that needs to thrive and is thriving based on this concept of borrowing money that Nigerians find hard to refund. People find hard to return, even to their family and friends. So I think that's where the strategy of harassment came up. Maybe they felt that's the only thing that can shake the, the strongest of hearts. Some people's igwe for village get message about them. Their wives that is waiting for to come and marry the village get message. They go deep, they deep sink into is it deep seek AI into the contact. Send it to the people that they know that it will be to shame you and you want to just let it end quickly. But the irony of it is that they don't send messages back saying that, oh, he has paid. I've not heard of such. I've not heard of messages them saying, hey, no, 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 everything is fine now. So I want to know. So if harassment is wrong, that's what I'm saying here. If the harassing is wrong, what is the strategy that can work in the system we operate in Nigeria, in the kind of people that you and I encounter, where people want to take advantage of the apps, knowing that they didn't go into any office, they didn't go into it's just on my phone, and they won't just want to pay back, even after doing the business and making the money. So someone borrows 1 million and you make the 5 million and you have 6 million and you still find it hard to return the 1 million. See where the harassment comes in? So yeah, that's me playing the Lord's advocate. Yeah, the Lord's advocate. Because there has to be a balance. While I frown against the harassment, I frown against the ridiculing, I frown against the body shaming, the name calling. But there must be a solution for these guys to be able to get their money. If not, lots of people will just randomly they'll just keep collecting what's it called, loans and not returning. Oh, is it free money? We don't see free money. So let me hear you in the chat. This is not just me talking. This is meant to be a live conversation. I want to hear from you. If you've had such experiences, someone around you, but in this particular case, now can you type and share with me how you think they can get their money back without resorting to harassing, Share with me. I want to know. I want to know. Share with me quickly, quickly on the chat. Share with me as I move on to much more informative conversation on this live tonight. Tonight it's 9:15 p.m. West African time, and we're just having a nice time on Stage Dem TV. Hey fam, I'm loving you guys. I'm loving you guys. Drop a like for me. Subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Spread this link with your family and friends. Spread it on your WhatsApp chat, WhatsApp status, spread it on your Instagram story. Let more people join us as we uncover, the truth about these loan sharks and the harassment and the depression and the terrible states that they put their borrowers through the methods of retrieving their loans. And of course, I'm also asking now that if they are not going to use those methods, can we on this live share with them? Maybe they're going to come across these videos too. Maybe someone working in a loan app company is going to come across the video. Maybe an app developer is going to come across this video. Can we share ideas here of how they can retrieve money from the yellow jars, from the from cross border, literate, illiterate, anyone that can handle a phone and download the app? How can they retrieve their money without resorting to harassment? Because harassment just seems so wicked. Because if someone borrows money and can't pay back, I don't think it should be harassment straight away. Personally, it just seems like wickedness for me. Drop a like for me. Drop a like on the video. You know, the beautiful thing about dropping a like when you drop in a like, that's like right there, that button right there, that thumb, is that as you do that, more people get to know about, more people get to YouTube suggest this video to more people, and they can, of course, get information and be blessed by the information we are sharing here. We do this every evening from 8 9 p.m. West African time. We came in a little bit late today. So next thing, and we are right here now anyway, and we're going to have so much more amazing time here, so much more information for me to share with you right here about these loan sharks and about how you can other sources of getting funds without having to resort to the loan sharks. Yes. So yeah, so here are some solutions and advice for you, some solutions, some new information to empower you concerning loan apps and loan sharks. The first thing is that you can now report abusive apps to FCCPC. Yes, you can now report. You just go to their website, FCCPC. They protect you as a consumer. You go to their website or you send an email to them. The second information I'm sharing from you with you is that always use licensed microfinance banks or cooperatives Be part of a cooperative for such emergency funds. These loan apps, they are something else. They've tried to regulate them, they are just a wire. That's the second information. The third is protect yourself. Don't give permissions. Don't give permissions when you are downloading all these shady apps. Don't give permissions anyhow that, the temptation of, yeah, in 1 minute you can get 200K. In 5 minutes you can get 1 million. Don't give permissions when down on installing these apps. The fourth and final tip I'm sharing with you is that this is a way you can, I think this is a fourth, there's one more. Build saving groups, thrift groups, AIO, build saving groups. The third is be in the right circle. There's nothing that beats being in the right circle. If you cannot have an emergency need of 500K and there's no friend you can call, there's no one, there's no family you can, it's not something you do every time, but there's an emergency and there's no one you can call for 500K. It speaks a lot about your circle. Yes, it speaks a lot about your circle. So build the right circle. Walk yourself up. If you don't have such people in your circle right now, it's fine. It's fine. Yesterday was the time to have it. Today is the day to start it now. Start looking for people. Be around people richer than you. Look for people bigger than you. See, if you cannot find, if you have an emergency fund need of 500K and you can't find someone you can call, that means you are also in that circle. That means people cannot call you for the same thing. That means you cannot be called for an emergency. That means you are in the midst of people that don't have savings. You are in the midst of people that are not upwardly mobile. That your circle is not upwardly mobile. Sorry to say that maybe a stagnant. It seems like a stagnant circle. Yes, that's the hard truth. So you must from now begin to walk yourself up. Walk yourself up the ladder. Don't stay where you are. If you cannot have an emergency now, and you look around, pick phone and say, "Oh, Femi, can I get 500K? I'll give you in about 2 weeks. This is happening with this," and you make 2 3 calls and you can't get your 500K. There's something wrong with your circle. I use 500K because it's the minimum. There are people now that if they call for 2 billion, they have a circle that will give to them, knowing that they will refund it. So you must work on your circle. Yes. And this one is a person, not everybody can do this. You are going to make up your mind as you're watching this video now that I'm going to make up my mind. I'm going to put effort into the circle I belong to. I'm going to make up my mind that my circle will be so powerful. My circle will be so connected. And the thing about circle is this, someone said, if you look around you and there are four foolish people, you didn't count right. There are actually five. Yes, you are number five. So if you look around here and there are four poor people, you are number five. That's the truth. So you must walk. See, it's okay now that you can be in a circle of, oh, we're coming, but you must walk your way up. You must look for people that will make you better. You must look for mentors, financial mentors. You must look out for friends that are wealthier than you, that you want to get close to. The more you get close to people that are richer than you, the more you become part of that circle too. You must make up your mind that you're just going to get better. Yeah, and that's the fifth advice I'm going to give to you. That's a way to always be able to, when you have emergency, always be able to get it without these loan sharks. Being in the right circle of upwardly mobile people, young upwardly mobile, or settled people already said. Very critical, very critical. If you look at yourself 3 years ago and right now your bank statements, your bank account is still the same, there's no growth. You must intentionally, you must be very intentional about your finances. So yes, the loan sharks have their issues, but you must be very intentional. You must say, "Oh, I want to start earning in dollars." Yes, some of you need to decide now this year that, "Hey, I want to start earning in dollars." It's not hard. From as simple as making up your mind that you're going to become a digital marketer, you're going to learn Facebook Meta, you're going to learn Google Skill Workshop. As simple as those two skills can make you by December, with God on your side, you can have accounts that is earning you close to $1,500, $2,000 every month. For starters, Meta Blueprints by Facebook and Google Skill Workshop. So you must see, it's right there. It's free online. It's right there. But hey, no one is going. You're not learning it. There are millions of businesses that need people to put them in the face of the market. You can be that person that have that skill, and then people will pay you to manage their accounts. By the time you're earning in dollars, imagine you earning $3,000 a month, $15 a month, and all that. You would not need. YouTube is another. You will not need to borrow. You will have money saved, emergency fund saved up. Yeah, so that's that about that. That's that about that. So I want to know, what's your own safe alternative to borrowing from these loan apps? I've just shared some with you now. What's your safe alternative to borrowing from loan apps? Because when you're earning well, what will happen is that you would be able to save. So, and I learned that from a book by Dane Greosy or something like that, Millionaire Success Secrets. He said, prove once you have savings, once you have some, see, look at me. If you're earning just 50K, if you can work out a way to have like 200K saved somewhere, you have set yourself apart from millions of Nigerians. Millions of Nigerians who have savings, they live by the day. So you must have something saved somewhere that, oh, this one is there. It takes the pressure off. It makes you more creative. You can make choices without being under pressure, knowing that you have something saved. So you don't have saving before this video start now. No matter how small you are earning, there's something to be saved. There's something to be saved. Having something saved somewhere, and there's so many ways. I'm not going to run adverts for any company, but there's so many ways now that you can make your savings automated very easily. You can even convert it to dollars. So you make up your mind that you will have money saved that you're not touching, that is not easily accessible, and that you will also earn in dollars. That's a shift too. So you tell me, what's your own alternative to borrowing from loan apps? What's your alternative to borrowing from loan apps? If you have any alternative, let me know. What's your alternative to borrowing from loan apps? Loan apps, they are exposing Nigerians to shame, to harassment, to trauma. Trauma. People have been traumatized by these loan apps. So people, if you have any case of someone that has been traumatized, please share with us. People have been traumatized by these guys. But it's your choice. It's your choice. Like I'm sharing with you now, it's your choice. I'm sorry, the power has gone off. They're gonna just put it. I'm using a generating a set. Let me just call someone to put it back on. JJ, JJ, JJ. Please, can you quickly put up the power back? Mm. All right. So I'm just gonna go on. You can still see my face, so I'm just gonna go on. So that does not kind of distract us, and all we can just keep this going. In about 2-3 minutes, it should be back up. So loan apps are traumatizing Nigerians, traumatizing the nation, traumatizing the people. But it's your choice. It's your choice at the end of the day. It's your choice at the end of the day. It's your choice that, hey, I don't need them. I'm not going to go to them. You can make up your mind that going forward, no, you have no business with loan apps. You can make up your mind, oh. Tonight, you can make up your mind that, yes, going forward, I'm going to be in the right. What are the advices I gave you personally? I said, be in the right circle. Be in the right circle. There are people now that there are levels now. This thing is levels. Oh. There are levels now that if someone needs 1 billion tonight now for a business, he knows who to call. And they know that he will not default. Not banco. That he will just wire to where he wants it wired to. And he will return their one with interest or without interest in about a month, 2 months. That's the level. So at your level too, whatever level you are, you should have your circle of people that trust you, people that mean well for you. If you're in a circle and you cannot have an emergency and say, oh, I have an emergency, help. No, something has to be done. Something has to be done. Sorry about the power outage, Something has to be done. So these are pure advices I'm giving you from the art. I can remember when I didn't used to have any saving. It was pressure, man. It was pressure. Pressure, Tiwa. The moment I read that, then I'm trying to remember his name. It's Dean something. He's Dean something. He uses glasses, American guy like that. Dean Gracia or something like that. The moment I read that book and he said, once you can have something saved up, you're on a whole new level. You can think well. I changed immediately. I started saving. That out of everything that comes in, something must be saved. Because you will always have expenses. Though. So it puts you on a whole new level that you can run, you can go to something, you can have something. You save in dollars, you save in naira if you're Nigerian. Yes, you save. You have a backup plan. It's not I'm seeing this news 170K, 70K emergency funds. This 70K is making people mess you up. 70K to refund 110K. Miriam is making a loan app tell people, throw you into a traumatic experience, harassing you over 70K. I can't get it. I don't get it. Please, if you're just joining, go back. I've shared several ways you can do without loan apps in this video. You should go back and watch. This life will change many people's story. I've shared many tips that people are hiding from you. I come to you straight with it. Because see, the Bible says it. I always like to make reference to the Bible. The disciples came to Jesus, and they wanted to follow him and everything. And he gave an illustration, powerful illustration. See what he said? He said, how many of you, if you want to build a house, will not first sit down and count the cost? He said, why? Why must you first sit down and count the cost before you build a house? What did Jesus say? He said, so that you will not start and you will not be able to finish it. And then people will look at you and say, so look at this stupid, foolish man that started something, he could not finish it. And that is the story of these people borrowing from loan apps. They didn't count the cost well. When you were accepting when you're accepting all those settings, all those privacy settings when installing, you didn't know the cost was that they were getting into your contacts. You didn't know. Jesus now ended it and said that anyone that wants to follow me must be willing to sell his property, leave everything, and follow me. He was trying to tell them that, hey, this journey you want to go with me, some of you will be on go, some of you will be sawn in pieces. He was trying to let them know that following him will come with persecution and glory. So you need to know that these apps, you know them now. You have shared many things with you now. So you sit back and count the cost. Decide the one you want to do. Do you want to pay the price now and start earning in dollars? Do you want to pay the price now and start having your saving? Do you want to pay the price now of being in the right circle? Being in the right circle of friends is a game changer. It will change your thinking. It will change your mindset. It will change your status. It will change your income. Being in the right circle of friends The right mind, not the ones that are always complaining this Nigeria, nothing they happen, no rubbish country. Hey, suffer. Oh, yeah, wait, see, if you are in the circle of such people, it's suffer, you keep saying, it's suffer. Be in the right circle of people that are making things happen. People are saying that even in Gera, I'll plant and I'll reap 100-fold. Those are the circles you should be in. So those are the circles you should be in. If not, your village chief go here say you borrow 1,500 naira. Your village chief, that village that you've been avoiding for like 3 Christmas now, he go here say you borrow 1,500. Maybe in your own case, 200K. Sha. And that's on a lighter note. You don't want people getting in your business. You don't want people getting in your business. You don't want people getting in your business. So keep it cool. The way I've shared with you tonight. Keep it cool. You've earned some of your rights in this life tonight. You know that the law is on your side. But if you can avoid these guys, avoid them. Avoid them. Avoid them as we begin to bring this to a close gradually. Calling you ritualist. God forbid. May you not be a ritualist. Amen. Because you borrowed money. Please drop your stories. I want to hear from you. If you've heard of someone's story or your personal story, can you please drop it for me? Drop it like it's hot for me in the chat. I want to read from you. I want to read from you. I want others to learn from the experiences you've heard about others also. I want others to hear from the experiences of others that you have heard. Drop it in the live as we are beginning to round up. So I have some questions I want to ask us that I plan to ask us in this live. Let me just throw them open now. Are you guys ready? So the first question, should borrowers be jailed for defaulting? The second question, is government doing enough to protect the borrowers? Are they doing enough really? Then number three, are people partially to blame for borrowing irresponsibly? Like borrowing, like I said here now, maybe this is why the apps are choosing the harassment method. There are people that maybe they are borrowing is to play bets. Yes, you know yourselves. If you're watching this video now or later, there are people that the borrowing is to marry, to do wedding, to do marriage, to buy food for wedding. People borrow for ashwebi. That's irresponsible borrowing. See, cut your coat according to your side. Live within your means. I was at a wedding recently, just a few people on a weekday in an office, a pastor's office. Joined the man and wife. Pound, they went to their house, husband and wife, no party. Because all this money that you spend, on food and everything, it ends that deal. But let it be your money. Not that you now borrow for such. That's the height of irresponsibility. That's the height of irresponsibility from the borrowers. So who is more to blame overall for this whole method of harassment? Is it the loan app? Is it the borrower or the system itself? Our governments that are not, making sure that this thing is well controlled. Who is to borrow? Who do you think is to borrow who do you think is to blame? Who's to blame? Who do you think is to blame overall out of the three? The loan app, the borrower, or the system, the government? Can I read from you in the chat who you think is to blame? Let me know in the chat who is to blame. If I were to look at Jesus's illustration, though, it's the borrower. He said, before you borrow, count your cost. Know whether you are borrowing 500K, apart from the fact that you want to make 2.5 million from that business. Have someone some way, have a backup plan that can step in for you to pay that 500K in case things go south. That's what that scripture is saying in this case now. That count the cost, know all the possible backup plan, so that in case your 2.5 million deal that is supposed to make from 500K does not work, have someone somewhere that can still support you pending, or your savings or something somewhere that you can use to still stand in and pay back the loan company that you've told you will pay back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 20 something percent. That's a lot. That's a lot. So you should. I really want to share that scripture with us. Let's look at it. Let's see how Jesus says. Give me a second. Let's see how it was said. Give me a second. Jesus is so phenomenal, you know. He's so phenomenal with wisdom. Wisdom. Let me use the NLT. Luke 14:28. NLT. He said, look at what NLT says. Look at what NLT says. He said, but don't begin until you count the cost. For who would begin construction of a building without first calculating the cost to see if there's enough money to finish it? Luke 14:28. I said, why would you start without checking first that you have enough money to finish it? You need to say you need to check, you need to count the cost. And that's what he's saying here. So amazing takeaways from this, amazing takeaways from this is that while we can't say anyone in particular is to be blamed, you know, you can say, oh, it's the borrower, and you can say it's the government, and you can say it's the loan app, because the loan app is in business to make money. The major thing we need to know from here, the major thing we need to know from here is that you as a borrower needs to be responsible. You need to take responsibility for your actions, and you need to count the cost before you move. You are see this whole thing. No matter how much I see when I'm scrolling, I see loan. I don't even it doesn't even resonate with me. It's not a thought. It's not a thought. You know the way you see them selling ice cream and you're saying it doesn't even appeal to you. Yeah, that's his way. So it starts with you, the person borrowing. If you go back to my advice, the ideas I've shared with you, how you can source fund outside of loan apps effectively without the pressure and harassment that comes in loan apps. If you go back to it and you learn from that, you'll be a better person for it. You'll be a better person for it. So as I bring this to a close, I'm going to share some actions that will empower you. The first thing is, if an app is harassing you, report these apps via their portal. Report it via the portal of FCCPC, the Consumer Protection Agency. They have a portal. Report such app, their name, their details. If they are molesting you, report them through the FCCPC portal. There's a law that protects you as a borrower now. There's a law that protects you. It's called the FCCPC the, Regulations 2025. So you need to go study that law and know your rights. The second thing is use safer credit sources. Use microfinance banks. Use cooperatives. Stop. Use all the ideas I've shared earlier. I'm not going to go back to that. You can go back and rewatch if you're just joining. I shared amazing ways I'm able to source funds without going this route at all. But that comes with a level of integrity and your connect circle, the circle, your connect circle. The third thing I said is protect your phone permissions. The third thing you need to know, protect when if you are borrowing from any app, don't dare accept all those ticking all those privacy, whatever, and saying that you give them rights to, because that's how they deep seek into your data, into your contacts, into your gallery. So protect your phone permissions. Don't allow contact access. Don't allow photo access. Don't allow contact or photo access. The fourth thing, save screenshots of evidence, them threatening you, whether it's video call, whether it's a phone call, save, record phone conversations, save screenshots, have your proofs and evidence of threats to your life. Have that. Then if you want to file defamation complaints, against them. Use the law. Use the law, yes. Now money you borrow, you know keep person. Now money you borrow, you know keep person. No. Now money you borrow, you know keep person. They cannot be threatening to release your nudes, threatening to calling you a ritualist, threatening to throw you, and then you just look, see, report them to the appropriate authorities, report them to FCCPC via their portal, use the law, file defamation complaints at the police station, or contact the digital rights group. You need to understand that the regulation is protecting you. These apps could face up to fines of 100 million naira, according to the news in 2025. They could face up to that fine of 100 million naira for harassing borrowers and customers. So I want to know, if you are in this shoe right now, maybe you even just lent some money or they're harassing you right now. What actions are you going to take? Out of all these actions I've shared, I think the first action you need to take is safer credit sources. And I spent a lot of time on that earlier on in this video. Safer credit sources. If you are responsible and you're not patronizing these loan apps, you will not be in this mess in the first place. Your friends or your family will not be in this mess in the first place. So safer credit sources is the first way to go. Is the first and most important way to go. Once you do that, you won't even need all the rest. The other is, of course, is to report them to the FCCPC, because there's a law stopping them from all these nonsense actions that there's a major law banning them from all this behavior that they are behaving right now. So let me know which action you will take first after today's live. Drop it in the chat. I think we've had a very interesting time today. This has been about my longest live, yeah, that I've done on YouTube. It's been a very interesting topic. Subscribe to the channel if this live has been an amazing one for you. If it's been educative, let me know. Drop a chat for me. I would like to read from you. Subscribe to Stage Them TV. My name is Rashid. We're building a family here. We're building the Stage Them family, putting you out there, announcing, just pushing every member of the fam to be a greatness, and just helping them with information, the right mindset that can help them achieve that greatness. Yeah. So finally, in closing, these apps are not just loan apps. They are what I call digital bullies. That's what they are. They are digital bullies. Don't let them bully you. Don't let them bully you. Don't let them harass you. They bully millions. They harass millions. You know your rights now. I've shared the law with you. Don't slide into depression because of their terrible manners, and that they've exposed your private actions to your family and friends, that you took a loan. It's not the end of the world. Eh? Dangote still they borrow money. Oh. So the billionaires borrow money, just that it's on another level. Like I just shared earlier, how you can leave this level of people that will be harassing you and maligning you and threatening to post your nude and threatening all sorts. So you need to go back to this video if you're just joining and go and learn all that out. So don't feel bad. Don't let them put you into depression. Come on, get out of that depression. Don't let them make you feel bad. And if you know anyone that they've sent their stuff to you, encourage them, cheer them on. They sent a message to you and saying, "Oh, your friend is owing. You better call him now to pay, or we'll come to both of you, or whatever." Blast them back on their WhatsApp channel. Blast them. Call them names back. Call your friend or your cousin, whoever they are harassing, and motivate and encourage them. Don't let them slide into depression. No. Not on your watch. Not on your watch. So that's that about that. Uh, for me, that's that about that for me. Yeah. So Nigerians, it's time to fight back. Fight back. Expose them. Reclaim your dignity. Expose them. So share this video. Share this video with your friend. You know someone that has been hurt by these loan sharks before. Click on the share button. Share it with them. Let them know their rights now. Let them know that they are not alone. Let them know that it is wrong, that what the loan sharks did to them is wrong. It's not fair. It's not their fault. Let them know that. That can start with you. You can share the news, the good news, that Nigerians are standing up against these loan sharks and reclaiming their dignity. Telling me you are a ritualist. You're calling a pastor a ritualist because they took loan of 800K from you. That you know them, they are a fraudster, they've been a fraudster. What nonsense. If you have ever felt shame, fear, or trauma as a result of messages from these loan sharks, this is me, these loan apps. This is me encouraging you and saying, don't allow it bother you. Learn the tips I've shared in this video. Before you know it, you're even owning a commercial bank. It's one of the stories you will tell. Don't be bothered about what people are thinking of, what people are saying, or people they've sent it to. Don't slide into depression. Face life squarely. Get in the right connect circle. Save up. Have savings. Have backup savings. Start earning in dollars. Earn in dollars. I've shared ways, simple ways you can start working towards earning in dollars by December. You started earning, being paid. YouTube is another amazing way to earn in dollars. Share information, teach people, spread love. Whatever you've been good at, whatever you've gone through, whatever you are naturally good at, information that you have, people are looking for that information. Look for the part of it that people need and get on YouTube. Open a channel. Open a channel on YouTube. Provide solutions. When you provide solutions for what people need, they will be there. They will share it. They will even pay for it when you have conferences because they believe that you're tested and trusted and you share the right values with them. So start now. Yesterday was the time for you to start. Today that you are watching me and seeing my fine face now, it's the next time now for you to start. Start right away. Get off this line and tell yourself that I'm gonna earn in dollars. Tell yourself I'm gonna earn in dollars. You say money affirmations to yourself. That I now earn. You say affirmations like I now earn $20,000 monthly, and I'm grateful and thankful for it. As simple as that is, say it 5 times every day to yourself. In the morning, 5 times. In the evening, 5 times. Let me repeat it again. That I, Rashid, I now earn $25,000 every month, and I'm grateful and thankful for it. I, Rashid, you put your name there. I, Rashid, I now earn $25,000 every month, and I'm so grateful and thankful for it. As you do that, your mind will start working out the things you need to do. Your brain will start, your brain believes what you have a subconscious that believes what you say, that believes it as you say it. So as you are repeating it, it will start believing it is true. And then the universe will just work out. Your mind, everything will work out it, how it will come to be. It will take you. See, in every family, one person will break that poverty line. You didn't see this line by chance. In every family, did you loan apps? You to be far from your family. No, you'll be the giver app for your family. You don't get it. You watching me. You're not a loan app, the giver, dasher app for your family. It's only you that is necessary to bring your family out of all this shame. Only you. Make up your mind that you will be the one to break that line, to pull down those gates, that all gates stand open through you for your family. Yes, it can start with you. And that's it for me tonight. That's it for me tonight. But yeah, I believe. See, if you've ever felt traumatized by the loan apps, I'm just gonna say what a prayer for you, that the Lord will heal you, and that this charge that you've heard here, this conversation, this information you have armed you with, will cause a transformation in your life. In Jesus' name, Amen. Amen. All right. Thank you. I hope you all subscribed. I hope you all you all liked. I hope you all shared, and you keep liking and sharing my content. Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Rashid. This is where I sign up here tonight on this live about loan sharks and how they're traumatizing Nigerians in their country, in Nigeria. And yeah, and I hope this has just been very informative for you. God bless you and have a good night now. And whenever you're watching this, please like, share. Don't leave without sharing this on your status, on your stories. Share, and subscribe. Till I see you tomorrow night. Bye now.